Alright, let's see.
This is a complete mess. Rash and Claire
So
are
it's been
offline.
about 2 days.
You need to solo this while I figure out what's going on.
It's been about a day since I last streamed. Not for like any particular reason. I've just kind of been hanging out with some old friends of mine. But I am back now, and I am ready to play some games.
Roger that, Gundog oversight. Switching primary target. Area is now a hot zone.
Alright. So it wants me to avoid the spotlight, and I have to get to that objective. I can hear a helicopter. And I've got my fluffy baby right in front of me. And she is fat now because I have been feeding her chicken. Can I pick this up? This give me an option. Punched it, doesn't do shit either. Oh, it's like little triangles with the footsteps. Dog, I love you too, but doesn't have a silencer. Does this one have a silencer? Yes, it does. Also, the added energy. And I shouldn't waste my time with those two. Not at least yet. Dog. Too fat.
Got word of an Iron Horse disabled near your location. Those are their intel runners. Must be taking their dirty secrets to the shredder. Prophet, if you can get eyes on that intel,
Turret.
might be able to find out who tortured me.
So, we're trying to find out who tortured him along the way, trying to make it to the skinning lab where he was tortured. Looks like this gun only turns into a 3-round burst. I might take a bathroom break during this stream just because my stomach's been killing me. And I apologize. I have been uploading my videos to YouTube, and I've been putting in an effort, and the only reason I ain't like doing... I'm still doing like 2 streams a day, but they're like late night streams still, is because I've just had to work so many hours because we're without a manager.
What's that over there? Stand down. It's nothing.
Without a manager, like a main manager. So basically, I know I've said this multiple times, but me and the other assistant, who I'm a part-time assistant, so I'm only supposed to be working 25 hours. But I'll take as much overtime as I can get because it'll help me pay my college bills, and then I won't have to worry as much. So that'll be nice.
They're sending an escort for that intel.
But
You
let me
don't
go
have
into
long
that
to
more.
intercept. Not like it's important or anything, but finding out who tortured me would resolve several personal issues I have.
So he wants me to get that intel. I've got a timeline to get it, so I'm gonna go fuck it. One sec. Seems like it's doing a pretty damn good job.
I've located Iron Horse.
Brilliant. Look for the skinning lab file.
Doctor scratch off, face scratched off. Looks female?
Found it.
What's it say?
Nothing. It's redacted.
Oh, fuck!
Stuffy boy. Yo, did your baby want to cuddles? Yo, you, oh god, did you just kick me in the face? I'll eat your toes. I'll eat them. Did you roll over onto me so you could get attention? My dog, oh god.
The borders will smash every atom in the body. Get down there.
Oh shit. I was so distracted by my dog's adorableness that I...
Found it.
What's it say?
Nothing. It's redacted.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, I guess since I hurried up and got to his file, I was
Found
good.
it.
What's it say?
Nothing. It's redacted.
Oh, fuck!
Alright, dog. Sit down. Anyway, before I get like super into the stealth and stuff, I'm gonna take a drink. Man, I don't know what it is about this, but like whenever you play a game and you're just like, I can use stealth, like your entire body just shuts up and you go into try hard mode and try to sneak past your enemies and get the upper hand. And I think like since this game's more of a guerrilla warfare than I'm a tank, kind of like Halo, I can't just rant like I've been wanting to in my last few deals. And I'll admit, whenever I play solo, my style of content is more along the lines of like maybe Smitty's. Not in humor or anything like that, but like when he plays solo, he plays with friends. When he plays with his friends, they just say funny, stupid shit and they just joke around. And I think this is finals week for most of my friends, so I just haven't been in contact with most of them. But anyway, like I said, I've been working like over 40 hours a week, and so I have overtime and shit like that. And I'm slowly getting a lot of money, which that's gonna go back. Even though my streams are late night, that's gonna go back into my stream, get me new games, and evidently pump up like the current content of streams. Like I'm gonna get shit as it comes out and not like wait a while or anything like that. I'm not gonna be super dry on funds is basically what I'm saying. Also, I have like 140 something coming back for tax refund, and then I have 120 in back pay, and then my pay raise is supposed to kick in where I'm supposed to make 8.5. Because I was supposed to make that originally as a manager, but like, oh man, the bureaucratic shit behind Dollar Tree is so fucking funny. Because like, Dollar Tree is just, the people that work there are great people, but like the way the company's set up, it's set up to fail. Like, it's just a shit show. And
I want all eyes on that golden circle. You spot anything moving, you blow it the fuck apart.
it's just
No
like,
mercy.
they don't ever let anyone besides management work full time, and even one of their managers has to be part time, and that's so that way if anyone like doesn't call in or shit like that, or they need to alternate shifts, the manager can that manager can come in and take it, and if he needs to take the overtime, he can do that as well as the original one. It's basically like that's the backup, and then they're supposed to have a main manager. Those are the two assistants, and they're supposed to be a main. Those three people are supposed to divvy up the excess hours, and it sounds kind of grubby and greedy, but it's not intended to be. It's just how the system's set in place. Like Dollar Tree, they make a lot of fucking money. Like I can tell you that they make some good fucking money. Because like even when you do your training, they tell you it's like, hey, when someone comes in here to buy one thing, they're gonna leave buying like fucking at least 20 items. Is what they say. I don't know what the fuck just hit me.
Move in and find it.
I think it was the turret. I didn't even see the line of sight on that bitch. No, do you want to play, baby? I won't play with you too. No, there's nothing there.
He's trying to hide. Let's go get him.
That turret's picking off. But yeah, it's just like there's a lot of like workplace hostility because of the way the program's set up. Like most jobs are like, hey, you can have full-time and part-time, and then it's like, nah, fuck you. Is kind of how like it's not. I guess it's not intended. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking shit behind all that is, in all honesty. Like it doesn't make any logical sense to me, especially because man, we have some good workers, and I feel like moving them up to full-time, because you can't really give them promotions, and they get yearly raises, but like I think it's only like a 20-cent raise, 25. I don't know what it's like. And managers get yearly raises too, and then the main manager, I guess, makes like a little extra depending on certain aspects. I don't know. If the store oversells its expectations for the month, the manager gets to make additional income, and they make a salary. So that's kind of neat. But right now, me and the other full-time, she's full-time assistant manager, have taken over the store. Not like a hostile takeover or anything, just like we're in charge. And like I think it's been a little rough. I think it's been a little rough for all of us. And I don't know. It's just I'm working extra hours and I'm finally able to make some more money, which I fucking love. But at the same time, like, a couple issues here and there, and like the bureaucratic bullshit that just comes with the job, I guess. It's a hassle and it can weigh on people, which is why a lot of people don't like management positions, because they think of it as like they're marrying the store. Not literally, but figuratively, meaning they're like bonded to it and can never leave it. And that's scary to some people because they're already not happy with those places. And like, while I was working today, because like we basically, you're not really supposed to have phones at work and stuff like that, but like, I'm like, hey, if you want to listen to music and the store's empty, go for it. Or if you're like doing some really hard labor and you need something to like help you get through it,
You can't hide forever,
I understand
Prophet.
completely.
We'll find you.
I understand completely. So like, go ahead and jam out to your music while you're fucking like doing freight, restocking the store, like whatever helps you get through it. No one is here to judge you.
Surround him!
And that's kind of the environment I kind of want, and I don't want like workplace drama or hostility. So like, I normally like to keep workplace relations like, hey, we know each other, we're cool with each other, but like none of us really hang out.
All right, move on in right position. Turret is hostile. Find cover. Check his
Wait,
last position.
was he just dead on the shitter? I don't remember killing that guy. I think he was just dead.
You can't hide forever, Prophet. We'll find you.
But no, it's just, all that shit just really is kind of this way. But like, now with like the extra hours and income and a little bit of overtime, my paychecks are looking like $400 each. At minimum. Which is nice. It is very nice.
You can't hide forever, Prophet. We'll find you.
Well, that's not even the paycheck. My paychecks are actually going to be like 100 plus, but that's bi-weekly, or 800 plus. That's bi-weekly, and then whatever overtime, and if I get extra hours again, like...
Huh? What's that? Investigating!
One of our guys is over here. He's dead.
Like, no, I hope that, like, it helps me out financially, but I gotta admit, like, the work is a little emotionally draining.
The fuck did it come from?
Suspicious over there.
Something suspicious.
Stand down. It's nothing.
Heads up. He cloaked.
I'm just gonna sneak around you.
Weapons free. Move to his ass.
Developing enemy position.
Another nano suit upgrade. But no, I only hope the best, but like, there might be days where I'm just so bummed out and come home that like, I'm I'm like, nah.
Radio
fuck
check,
this.
radio check. Prophet, you
And
there?
I might not play.
Comms
And,
were
like,
down.
the other day
EM Pulse
was
just
not
knocked
one
out
of
the
those
network.
instances.
Rash is AWOL. I must make it my highest priority, but Michael has your brief.
But, no, I literally just want to have the best fucking summer I've had in a while. And yeah, I'm going to be working a lot, but like, as long as I can put a lot of time into video games and more playing with my friends, because like, this last year has emotionally drained the fuck out of me, and I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm very emotional, or oh, it's been a bad time, boo-hoo me. I'm saying like, my first semester, my living arrangement shit didn't work out, my first semester of college, and I was up at Hayes. Thank God, since I dropped out before I finished my classes, and I was passing, like, none of that gets charged on me, and I don't get charged for shit. Which is nice. So none of that's gonna, like, ever fall back on me and be a bitch. I will say, however, that...
System X.
Helpless. Prep your men for a new battle. The ground rules have changed.
Are there a bunch of dead guys on the shitter?
Heads up, Prophet. Cell records tell me there's a
anyway,
Seth
yeah,
mind carrier near your location. With your sensitivity to the alien influence, you might want to swing wide.
Negative. The Seth have one collective intelligence, a hive mind, and it's all dependent on the Alpha. Now he's free.
I think this is
They're all
just
waking
a
up.
way to go.
These mind carriers are part of that process. I need to get eyes on.
A hive mind? But you have a lot of alien material in your DNA. I don't know if any of this is a good idea.
Anyway, I think that's a good introduction to the aliens. That's actually pretty fucking neat. Yes, my dog, since I'm just talking, she thinks I'm talking to her. She thinks she's part of this conversation. But anyway, before I like get enveloped into harder combat, now that it's aliens and I haven't really fought them, besides the little shitty ones that like hide in fucking grass and are stragglers. So basically, I started off this year so about a year from today, almost exactly a year from today, I moved into Hayes. It has been a year since I finished at Dodge and went to Hayes. And I moved in with a friend of mine through a friend, like Ryan's older brother and Ryan's older brother's roommate. And we stayed at their apartment for about 3 months while I was looking, or for about 2 months while I was looking for a job. I got a job, and I worked for Love's. This is where the whole Love's debacle thing came up. Shit just didn't work out. Rent was a little too high for me with the additional fees. That kind of like fucked me over, especially because like I worked night shifts, and I worked day to night. So like when I ate, it was late as fuck. And like at that place, there's still sometimes things open super late. Like I think one of the McDonald's was 24/7, so that was nice. And I think the Taco Bell closed at midnight. Like shit closed at midnight. It didn't close at no fucking 10 o'clock like where I'm at right now. Hoodwink, middle of nowhere. Some tensions arise with like roommate issues. Like I just didn't really get along with a female, which was his cousin. Basically, we moved out of that tiny apartment. Within 2 months, I helped them move. And then I myself got moved into the basement. I had to pay like a full like $600 for it switched depending on whatever fucking fees popped up. And by the way, that was a ridiculous thing. Basically, it switched between $400 and $600 a month. But like food and other expenses and like college, I barely had enough for my like own personal expenditure. But like he was like, "Oh, it's all right. You can pay me back in the end." But I don't like debt. I like to pay all my shit off in front. So some of it was on me, overstressing myself, but I was just like, no, this is just too fucking much. I don't want to owe him. Because I will admit he was a nice guy, but like I guess his cousin fucked him out of like $2,000. So like he's been screwed over before, and I didn't want to do the same thing. And I put a lot of stress on myself, like, hey, I can't pay these fucking bills, but I don't fit in these categories, so don't put me in that shit. Also, I'm sharing a room with somebody because the 3 people who lived upstairs and the newbie who had just came in but was family to him got her own fucking room. Which, I mean, I guess that makes sense since she was the only girl in the house, but still, it was kind of like a bitch move. To me, personally. And then like she just had an attitude. She was a fucking drama queen, and like she eventually moved out not long after I did. But I just got kind of stressed out, and then like my stress kind of came into my attitude, and then like there was a little bit of a debacle between me and everyone else. It did never like get bad, but like there were a few instances of them like mistreating my dog, and my dog is like my child. I don't have kids. I'm 21 and I don't have a kid, but my dog is the closest thing to a kid I have. And shit didn't work out, so I called up my mother, and I've said many times like my mom has fucked me over a lot in my life, but I called her up and said, hey, I think I'm going to transfer down to OPSU because this semester is just not working and I'm having a bad time. And I said I really just need a place where I can stay, where I can just pay like my own shit off. I don't have to worry about bills and school and like a full-time job. I said because like the full-time job was fucking me. Like I was still passing my classes with like 80s. But like it was a little iffy, and then I had like this teacher that like had it out for me, and she was in charge of the entire that was back when I wanted to go to psychology. She was in charge of the entire like program, and they wouldn't get rid of her even though she was like sexist against men and she was old and racist. And the reason she was sexist against men, she was a lesbian, and the reason she was racist, she was just really old-fashioned because she was old too. She was like an old lesbian, so she had like I guess a track record or something bad happened to her. I guess she just harbored some shit. I don't know. I don't judge, but it was just bullshit. And while I was up there, we kind of just split from Logan and Slade, and me and Josiah and Sean got better as like, we got closer as friends, and I think we realized that like we were fine with just us, which I was completely okay for. It wasn't a big issue.
Break! This is Tower 436! We're under heavy attack! Massive set forces are heading in our direction!
Tower 436, this is ground unit Theta 1. We are fortifying defenses.
But,
Theta 1, this is Oversight. You have a large enemy force heading your way. I count 8.
No, all that shit
Direction 10
happened, and
units.
then I decided to come down. I moved in with my grandmother, who I lived with during the summers. But I upgraded. Okay, so basically she had shit Wi-Fi, so which is why I never streamed when I was at her place, and I kind of streamed only when I was in school.
Tower 436!
So I moved up to Hayes.
We got some seriously tough fuckers to our front! Get some heavy ordnance on these bastards before they're on top of us!
What the hell is he doing? He can interface with Seth weaponry? Did you know about this, Michael? How far gone is he?
That was the pinch rifle. I guess that was all I could get in this area. But anyway, yeah, all that shit came down. I moved back. I picked up streaming while I was at Dodge. I did it at Hayes, and that summer that I moved up to Hayes was like the first summer I didn't like come down to like live with my grandma for like financial support. And it wasn't like, oh hey, pay for all this shit. It was just like, hey, I don't have a set job yet that like can really help me out with all this shit. Can I please just like come and stay with you, and I'll help out around the house. And like honestly at this point, like I've become her main caretaker, just because like she doesn't really take care of herself, and like she just had a heart attack and she's gonna be gone for a month, so I'm basically in her house taking care of it by myself for about a month. I'm not really having any roommates, and I don't have anyone to watch my dog. That itself has been stressful, because I do love my grandparents and hold them to a higher standard than I hold anyone else in my family. And like I care for them more, just because like when most people feel about their parents and how close they are to their parents, that's how I feel about my grandparents. But then I still have the whole like, hey, they're my grandparents aesthetic, so it's like, let's see. Another pinch rifle. I don't got interesting shit. So yeah, and like I got kind of slightly, okay, so like I guess Twitch, you gotta get like, to be an associate you have to get like 70 something, you gotta get 70 viewers, and like I started doing Fable that summer before I started school up in Hayes, and like I got a little bit of a following, and I'm hoping to get some of that back, or like to improve upon what I currently have. this summer by like really putting in an effort to fucking stream, try to build a little bit of a community of people that you can just fucking vent, talk about like current things going on in video game culture. Like right now, fucking movies are taking over. Like video game movies are like getting prominence, and some of them are getting pretty good treatment, and like some of them are not. Like the visuals for Sonic have like drove a lot of people like so fucking insane that like they got so mad that they like were super against it. Absorb that much damage, near death moments. Maybe more stuff. But anyway, so like, and our voices as like the like when they make video games, they tailor them to the people of the video game market. Because like, I feel like people who play video games probably watch a lot of movies, but like only like sci-fi ones. So now that they're making video game movies, they're kind of drawing in more of that focused audience. But it's a focused audience because some people aren't okay with video games. Some people aren't even fucking okay with like sci-fi shit. Like my grandpa's really old-fashioned. He's not really for all that sci-fi stuff, which is fine. It's his own decision. I don't judge him for it. But my dad and me are like really into it. But like if you piss off the people that are supposed to be your main demographic, then oh my god, they just spawned out of fucking nowhere. What is up with this insta spawn shit? I knew there were glitches in 2. I didn't know how bad the glitches in this one were. But yeah, so like that stuff's starting to pop up more, and like Deadpool's prominence in the last 2 years has been fucking tremendous, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe has kind of like made people be able to relate to like more nerd culture type stuff. So like honestly, we're progressing to like a more okay generation with like sci-fi, video games, and a bunch of other shit. Like it's kind of nice. But anyway, I moved back to Gaiman, which is my current residence.
Checking in. Rendezvous. Fuck!
One sec. I don't want like the audio and shit to fuck with this point I'm trying to make. Anyway, I moved back down here. My grandma's health kind of declined, so now I'm like running her diet and a bunch of other stuff. And like she had gastro something. It was something to do that fucked up her stomach. I think some of it had to do with like a lot of my family has cancer, so they have to have like fucking radiology and shit like that, and it kind of fucks with them. Or chemo, not radiology. Or is that the second? I don't know. Anyway, I've been down here, and this semester has been kind of nice. It's not been super difficult. I've had a pain in the ass hiccup or two with the online classes. Other than that, pretty fucking good. I finished off strong. I think I aced and beasted it, and I think I got like 1 C, and I think that was in that bullshit online class. I'll start another semester up again after summer, but like I'm really taking this summer off to enjoy myself. My family tried to push me to do like, hey, they wanted me to do this fucking semester during the summer, but I'm like, I'm gonna burn myself out, and if I do that, I'll never want to finish school, and I can't do that to myself. I said, I've just been so fucking stressed out because like the way the last fucking year went and shit like that. And like, oh my god, a semester costs like $1,200 at the school I go to now. And it's not even on par with Hayes. So I don't fucking agree with that shit. That's a little bullshit. And yeah, I don't want to take loans out either. I want to pay all my shit off. I don't want to fucking be in debt.
Rendezvous is still a go, but it's fucking bedlam out here. What's your 6? These Seth. Fuck me, I thought the bastards on Lincoln were tough. Come on!
Alright, dog, you do whatever the fuck you want to do, but lie the fuck down so I can see my TV. But anyway, I'm just trying to get stable and to the point where like, hey, I can eventually move into my own place, or I guess when one of them becomes alert, they all become alert. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's the EMP grenade that the heavies could shoot in the previous game. Why do the big guys have, or why do the little guys have it? Man, they are effective. Alright. Wait to the regular ones. Ooh, useless. Thought you knew, didn't you? But no, it's just, now I'm kind of at where I'm at, and I'm hoping to like progress through Twitch, but like I said, I've kind of got like a set clock just because of like hours and stuff, and like, even if I do somehow manage to like get less hours, I don't know how that's gonna, motherfucking dog, you rolled over onto me and made me activate my thing, and God, what is your problem? I also started talking to someone the other day, so we'll see where that goes. I've never had the best luck with relationships, so we'll see. We will see. I am curious to find out how that'll go. All the people. I don't know what that electrical thing is, but I'm curious. So no, it's just shit in life's progressing. I'm trying to figure stuff out, and like hopefully trying to build up more of a like local friend group too, that doesn't have to be just on video games, but I also kind of want to build up our video game friend group too. And so like I'm reaching out to old friends, trying to figure out if I can make any new ones, stuff like that. It's been slow. What? He lived? Fucking dead now, so that's good. Well, almost all. Make sure to get that one over. What does that thing come up as? I guess it just explodes? I don't know, that's weird. I guess I'm gonna go grab all these arrows fast so I can don't know why I keep saying I'm just like second guessing myself and like thinking shit. And shit like that. But no, I want to get into Jesus Christ. I want to get into like Rage 2 that's about to come out. I want to get into a lot of games. I think I'm gonna try to. Well, I mean, the thing is at work right now with the whole management thing. Is Dollar Tree so fucking slow at getting anything done? Their stores are almost destined to fail, like I said. So we won't have a manager, I guarantee it, until maybe after summer. You get that fucking arrow? Are you shitting me? So it's gonna be kind of shitty. And my schedule may not change. God, that would suck. Kind of, but... Man, Oh, look, there's Alan. Hello.
System X. The Alpha Ceph.
How much? What are you doing? Yeah, I think I got everything downloaded so I can hop on if you'll give me a little bit. I keep saying that. What are you doing right now? Like, I mean, like, besides playing Star Trek, what's going on at your house? Did Chrissy stay to watch your dad?
Get out! No!
Did she stay the night?
Psycho. Psycho?
I hear ya. You need something?
No. Just checking in. ETA at rendezvous about 30 mics.
Have you guys played that game yet? It's not bad. It's basically like, hey, it's a MMORPG with like slice of life shit, so you like go fishing and fuck around. It's basically like a more mature and better handle fantasy game that just doesn't really exist on the market right now. Besides maybe Final Fantasy 15. Or Final Fantasy 14. A Realm Reborn, whatever.
Prophet, still no sign of Rash. I'm getting reports of Ceph activity all over the dome. Cell are being annihilated.
Yeah, right now. I just got off of work. And I was like, I feel like streaming, so I hopped on a Crisis just because I felt like playing something shooty for a bit. I'm fine with ending it at about in a few minutes, just because I kind of hit my minimum limit. I don't know if I even told you that I stream, but yeah, I just did it as like a pastime thing. I think it's fun.
What's a pyroxenus? A scorcher? I have only seen those in Cell's research files. Prophet, the comms network is nearly back online, but our field commanders are reporting revived Ceph everywhere. The dome perimeter hasn't been breached, but inside... My god. They're exterminating everything human. I need to find Rash. I'm not trained for anything like this! Prophet, heads up. There's a disabled pinger close to your location. With all this Ceph activity, it might become operable again. You think you should steer clear?
Maybe. But if it has a power source, I might be able to make use of it.
Probably did, but I don't think he put in his audio. No, that's just saying someone's race isn't racist. It's a description. That shit's fine. It's only racist if you say ding, not how. Said Indian guy. So, Alan, you know that when I hop into Star Trek, I'm like intro level shit. You know that, right?
Prophet, I've set up shop above the skinning lab. Enter under Tower 1 Bravo. We'll RV there.
You don't have to go back in there, Michael. I can work the suit cradle remotely.
I'll be fine. More worried about Prophet.
I was gonna say I want to start from wherever the fuck I left off, and I don't think I allowed myself to get like high level or anything like that. Like, because I think he said that you can like just auto go to a certain level at this point in the game. I'm just gonna shoot aliens with bow and arrows and try to make that seem like it should make sense.
To lower the bridge to access the walkway. I'll bring the lift down when you make it. Alright, I'm bringing the lift cage down. There's still a way to go.
You always gonna leave the fighting to me?
Listen, there's not a single day goes by where I don't wish I was you. Even with all that God knows what hardware, wetware, Ceph mutation bullshit going on under that skin of yours, I'd take it. Come on.
Endeavor, that's my favorite. Does anyone watch anime? That comment is lost.
It would be just a matter of time before they put me into one of these things. Because that's what the nanosuit is, right? A Ceph exoskeleton.
So, are there still? Do they still like add like story mode missions and stuff to that game every once in a while, or is it mostly just like online events that you guys do at this point?
Open it. You murdering cell bastards. I'm gonna make you fucking pay! You bastards! Where the fuck are ya?
Psycho.
If I could find the cell bastard who did this, I'd fucking kill him. Come on. This is it. Claire, open the door.
Hold on.
You alright?
Yeah.
You in?
Yep. Halfways. Calibrating sensor remotes. Just like the lake. Compensating. We're in.
Locked.
Have a seat, mate.
Alright, Alan, I'm almost done with this mission, and I'm gonna try out
We
Star
have
Trek.
to be sure about this. Unlocking the suit means breaking the safety seals, rerouting the nanites. If he's infused with Ceph technology now, there's no telling what he'll become.
You can handle this, right, boss?
Do it.
I'm accessing the memory retrieval systems.
Filter in.
There was always a risk. We triggered a fundamental change in your nature. But to defeat an enemy
dopamine blockers are cleared. I'm registering critical neurological changes. You should be able to make a clear link with the Ceph now.
What's this?
Michael, you shouldn't. Don't.
Why not?
It won't help. Operation? The nanosuit is then fully removed.
Yeah, that was the bitch that cut him.
Subject 8A, Sergeant Michael Sykes, is still functioning at near optimal levels, but accelerated degradation is to be expected.
You did this to me.
Michael, please listen to me. You are the reason why. I mean, I fight Cell because of you. Because...
Is that why you cared? Or were you pretending to care because of this? Because of your own fucking guilt?
I didn't have a choice, Michael! The Cell program, we were in debt, you know how this works. I was forced to do this. To all of those people. I had to listen to their screams day after day after day. I know what I did. Jesus, believe me, I know. And I'll have to carry that with me as long as I live. Every day of my life.
My dog is like
Michael!
a big black marshmallow.
And feeling bad about it makes it all right, does it? If you're so fucking sorry, Claire, how come I had to find out like this? Why didn't you just come clean, you lying
Psycho,
fuck?
listen to me. You know how it works. You know she didn't have a choice. She did what she had to do.
No choice. Just doing what she's told. Just following orders. Who the fuck does that sound like, Prophet? I'll tell you one thing, though. She was right about you. You might as well be a fucking machine because you sure as hell ain't no human being anymore. I mean, you never were much good at it to begin with, but Jesus Christ, look at you now! Whose face are you wearing under that helmet these days, Prophet? Do you even have a face anymore?
We all had to make sacrifices.
You had a choice, mate. Everyone has a choice.
Look, I told you everything you needed to know.
Remember these? All the men who died under your command because you were just following orders. Because you had no choice. Just like her.
Psycho.
No, mate. You take that suit of yours, and you go fight your own battles. Like always.
Mike! Wait.
No, Claire. He's right. Let him go.
Yay, I think I finally beat the level.
Oh, God. We just got intel on Red Star Rising. Listen carefully. Archangel is a key regulator platform in Cell's new wireless energy grid. But that's not all it does. The system's massive power store can be discharged via a broad area directed energy weapon, meaning assured destruction of hostile elements and metropolitan area depopulation events. Protocols exist for Archangel to be retasked for a number of alternate outcomes. When that outcome is the threat of Ceph Stage 3, Archangel begins the most aggressive protocol set available, Red Star Rising. Oh, God. They're gonna obliterate New York. Total, orbital annihilation.
Why can't Cell stay out of my goddamn way?
I need to get everyone out to the perimeter.
You're wasting your time.
I have to save as many lives as I can.
No, it won't matter. It's not gonna be like Lingshan. Archangel has a massive global energy store. They feed all that power back into the Alpha Ceph, and it'll punch one hell of a hole in the Earth. There'll be no Earth left.
So what can we do?
Connect to a Ceph mine carrier. If I can get inside their heads, maybe I can reverse the awakening, put them all back to sleep. If there's no
I'm gonna end my